today we got Rambo Russo with us, man. Feel me? So, Rambo, what everybody want to ask is, who is Rambo? You know what I'm saying? Where did that name come from, and where did you come from?
Rambo, just a normal person like everybody else, just trying to make a living, trying to make a way through life. Rambo came within the gym. I'll be sparring. When I first started boxing, I started sparring, and you know, anybody, just like anybody else, when you start sparring, you ain't got no technique or nothing. But I always came with that rage and that toughness and that to never quit and die attitude. So with that, I grew the name Rambo.
Okay. And what made you start fighting?
You know, I was always fighting. If anybody really know who I am from out of Broward County or Lauderhill area, they know I always had a fighting problem. Like I was never I would never to pretend to be nobody that who I ain't. I was never one of them just to go stealing, robbing, breaking the house, and snatching chains. I was never that type of kid. But I was always the kid to fight. Oh, somebody talk crazy, I'll hop off my campus, go jump on their campus, go fight. Oh, any one of my dogs finna fight, I take the fade for them. I was always that type of person to always fight. So as I'm getting older, I'm like, man, let me turn this negative into a positive. So that's all I did, was just turn that negative into a positive and try to make money out of it.
Okay, then. So while you was growing up, did you end up having people that was scared of you, you know, as a kid?
Was anybody scared of me?
Yeah.
Like growing up, like, you know, they see me, they think I'm a Chico. They look at me, they be like, oh, this, you know, Chico, he can't be this, he can't be that. A lot of people test it. But then, you know, once I start stepping on shit, and my feet start to hurt, and people start to understand what time it is. I really had nobody scared of me, but everybody that, you know, stepped up, got stepped on, and my feet started hurting. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
But if anybody was scared of me, it was out of my eyes, because I was never that type of person to go try to threaten or try to scare somebody myself. I was never that type of person. I was always always defended. Like, you mess with somebody of my posse, somebody that I love, or anybody in this circle, then it's a problem. But other than that, I ain't no bully. I bully the bullies.
Yeah. So you said, we all know the story about Bang, right?
Who?
About Bang, when you first started, you know, trying to see how you, which level you was in.
About Dade?
Bang.
Yeah. Okay.
We know that story, right?
Okay.
So before you even got to that point, what made you want to go to the next level?
So I was boxing in these streets. That's the way I was getting my money. But you know, that ain't the right way. You know, it was hood, always different hoods coming out, trying to test me, put the biggest guys against me, don't matter who it is. I knock them all down. You know, I get paid for it. But then it's like, you know, it's a different level to fighting. There's different levels to fighting. And, you know, like I said, I was drinking, I was smoking, I was turning up, and I wasn't taking fighting serious. I was just doing it in these streets. But then I always knew it was something more than just that. And me going to experience that thing, with me experiencing that spar with Bang, made me realize there's more to this fighting than just in these streets and these couple of dollars that I'm getting paid. So that what made me take it to the next level, because I want to see how far I could test myself. It's bigger tests than just the block or the neighborhood. So that what made me want to do better within my career of fighting.
Okay, so do you believe, you know what, let me ask you this. Not as Rambo, right? As just being you as a person, what do you feel like your purpose is?
To fight. Like, you know, my whole life, even before I started fighting, that's the only thing I think about, you know, from sun up to sundown. Like, my grandpa, Freddie Russo, have like 69 wins, like 15 losses. He was a famous fighter. And this is my grandpa, my daddy. My daddy was he wasn't a famous fighter, but my daddy was a Golden Gloves champion. But, you know, he got hooked on drugs. That would even stopped his, you know, career from elevating. So, you know, it was just me to break that cycle, you know. And it's in my blood. It's something I think about. It's part of the Russo heritage. So even from my grandfather dad was a fighter. So it's just something in my bloodline that always made me, you know, I felt like I need a fight. I'm trying to continue this gladiator,
Continue. Yeah.
you know, heritage. You know, continue being a gladiator within my family and put us back on that mountain.
Okay. And you said your father was on drugs. You
Yeah.
say, but your father being on drugs, right? Does that make you want to be more of a father to your daughter?
Yes, it does. It does. My daddy wasn't there all the time for me. You know, my mama and my daddy was on, you know, heroin really bad. So them being on them drugs really bad, I barely got any time with them. They was always gone out of my life. Glimpse of them, I was staying with my grandma.
As a young kid, right? You was right, 14. You said 14.
My mama, well, my mama, my daddy, like my daddy was a Vietnam veteran. He done traveled around this world probably like 2 to 3 times. He done won 50 hand combat with just a knife, hand-to-hand combat with just a knife. My daddy had one eye, was stabbed in the back. My dad been through a lot. So, you know, around the Vietnam times, they threw a lot of their soldiers on heroin so they could be like superhuman. So when my dad came back, you know, he's with my mama. So of course he probably put her on it. And, you know, they became, you know, addicted to the drug. You get what I'm saying?
And so since they did become addicted to the drug, right? You as a young man in the household, how did you deal with that? You know, you wasn't mature enough to even
yeah,
really
I didn't understand it, but the way I be honest with you, it was hard to, you know, even, you know, cause like people don't understand, you know, what type of stuff that brings. Cause like, be honest with you, bro, my mama and my daddy, they were so hooked on this drug, it was hard for them to wake up in the morning. So I never really went to school like that. Let's just say I only went 50 times out of the whole year, 50 days out of the whole year to school. You know, I was bad, you know. CPS had to come grab me from my mama and my daddy because it was that bad. You get what I'm saying? They was on drugs so bad to the point they was shooting up with anybody. My mama and my daddy caught, you know, HIV, shooting up with the wrong people. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, I used to see my mama and my daddy do junkie shit all around the house. You get what I'm saying? House is never clean, roaches everywhere, roaches all on the ceiling. You know, it was a hard life to deal with. You get what I'm saying? Then I was living in Devon Hunt, a deep side, so that made it no better. You know, that's the trenches of all trenches. You get what I'm saying? So it's very tough to even, you know, go through a time like that. But hey, God put his toughest warriors through the toughest tests to see how they prevail. Right now I'm a testimony. And I'm trying to change a lot of these kids' lives to let them know if y'all in this position right now, I want y'all to reflect off of this. I want y'all to mirror off of this. Cause bruh, there's so much more to life than what you're dealing with. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you in that black hole right now, but you could climb yourself up out of it. You could climb yourself out of it and make a better life for you. And whenever you do grow up and have kids and whatnot, make it better for their kids also. Because it's more to this life than just that little black hole. There's more to it, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.